Hello, viewers. Once again, we are here for the Power Impact Series. And it was massive the last time we were here. And today promises to be another special event altogether. Because you know what? I have in house today with me a young, dynamic gentleman who has climbed the ladder that people are looking up to also get up to the ladder. So today with me on the Power Impact Series is no other person like a wonderful person that you will want to meet over and over and listen over and over and over again. Today with me in the studio is Mr. Derrick Vormawor.
Hello, big boss.
You
Good evening.
are the big boss, yeah?
Oh, no, we are following you guys.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the man for you. Mr. Derrick Vormawor. He is the founder of Platinum African Solutions. He is an author and a business speaker. So today we are in for a dose of information, motivation, and a little chit chat all of us. So Derrick, somebody will ask, who is Derrick? Who is Derrick? Who is Derrick? We want to know who Derrick is.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin Owusu-Ansah. Thank you very much also for having me on this platform. I see the great job you guys are doing. And I want to say a warm greetings to all the lovely viewers watching from all over the world and also get to watch this after it's ended. My name is Derrick Vormawor. Derrick Sayram Vormawor. I am 100% Ghanaian. I live in Germany where I study and work. I'm getting some feedback. Is it from my side?
No, it's okay.
Does it sound like anyways? Could you hear that? Yeah. Okay,
No.
great. Yeah, it's okay. So yes, so like I was saying, I run Platinum Africa Solutions Limited, which is a bespoke business consulting firm based here in Ghana. We focus on specific kind of clients and specific type of industries and markets, and we develop strategies for companies that are entering various markets and industries in Africa, specifically Ghana and in East Africa as well. And then I also consult for the diaspora market. So back in Germany, I'm in different places like the US, South Africa, China, wherever I have clients there that I consult for to help them enter the markets in Ghana and also to build their businesses back in Germany specifically. I'm also a podcaster. I have a podcast where I talk about life, love, business, entrepreneurship, and different subject matters. I'm also usually on Erasmus Plus project funded by the European Union, where I do podcasts to cover the various projects that happens and is sponsored by the European Union as well. And I'm also a marketing executive. I work in Germany as an international marketing strategist. So I create marketing campaigns for the companies that I work with. I'm currently working as well on a project by the Ministry of Economic Affairs of Germany, and in partnership, which is implemented by my university. I'm also a student. I study an MSc Web and Data Science. So I work with my university as well on this project.
Okay.
I'm supposed to bridge the gap between Germany and Africa when it comes to businesses and startups. So, and I'm also an author. I have my latest book out, which is Shoot Them Down, Making Amazing Impacts. And I speak as well. I teach business subject marketing, digital marketing, social media marketing and stuff. And generally, I'm a very simple person. I'm a normal human being. I laugh, I cry, I love, I yes, I'm just I love to have a good time. I love to party sometimes. And yes, I'm this young guy from nowhere that God decided to put somewhere. That's how I describe myself.
Well. I mean, that's a tallest. It's a tallest
Yes.
for just one person. So how do you manage to juggle around all these things at the same time? This serious multitasking. How do you go about it? How do you do that?
First of all, I don't give myself too much pressure and I don't take in pressure as well. I don't, because I don't even give myself the pressure. And secondly, I try to identify what I have to do most importantly. For example, I have on my priority list what I have to do to earn, like my works, the works that I do, my job back in Germany, for an example. It's what keeps me going as well. It's what pays the bills, my companies, my clients and stuff. So I prioritize what I have to do, and I think I work smart too. So I can actually use a few hours to get the work I have to do for a particular thing. Like when I have to create a content, I can create my weekly content in like 2 hours, for an example, and I just have to schedule and then just post. So I try to manage my time well, and I try to also prioritize what's most important for me to do today. I take it one day at a time. I don't make it look like I have to do all of these things. Yeah. So today, what am I supposed to do? I do what I have to do. I plan the day for. I plan tomorrow today, right? And then tomorrow comes. So I'm not in for surprises. Sometimes there may be like some changes and stuff in the schedule, but like I try to go especially when you're in Ghana, there's a lot of changes to your schedule. But back in Germany, like what I plan for the day is what happens. Like everything is according to. So that's how I juggle. And then also I make time to study. And even currently as we speak, I'm in Ghana for a project. I'm on vacation from school, but then I still like I'm taking some short courses online as well. So I make time for these things, and I still make time to like rest. I still make time to watch movies, to hang out with my friends when I can. But I just make use of my time really well. Sometimes, for an example, in Germany, when I have to travel to get some work done somewhere, like maybe I instead of going with the plane, I'd rather go with like the train, and I can work on the train while I'm traveling. Even when I'm on the plane, I try to also work on my like I have this little iPad laptop, so I can work on there and then manage my time. So it's about time management for me and taking it easy and one day at a time. And whatever we
Yeah.
think of, we can do it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Viewers, I mean, Derrick has already started his presentation. This is serious work. I mean, learning to prioritize what is important and
Yes.
then doing your time management, because sometimes you will be bundled with a lot of things. When you are not careful, you might relegate the most important ones away and try to do the others. But he's telling us about prioritizing the most important ones, and then he makes time for other things as well. He makes time for other things as well. So it's not work.
No.
So you have other things doing as well.
Certainly.
Not only just
Certainly.
work. Okay, so one will also ask. So what does Platinum African Solutions, right? What do you do? What's the scope of work for Platinum African Solutions?
Great. So the purpose for Platinum being established, I started Platinum in 2015, and yes, I started with my best friend's laptop at the time because there were no assets, there was nothing, and it was just an idea, a big vision, and then me making things work. And so what Platinum is established for is to help some specific type of businesses, right? What the company has become is we've evolved over time. Formerly, we were saying that we were a consulting agency or a consulting firm for every kind of business, all startups and stuff. But now we've evolved that we work for specific kind of clients because our vision has become more clear. And then we only accept clients who are in line with the vision that we have as a company. So we actually don't just work for any client because they want us. We have a team. We have to do our background research. We have to agree that you are the type of clients that we want to work for before we accept to work with you, right? So we do business consulting for them. We create strategies. So, for example, if a client says we want to get to this level, we are currently at this level. How do we get to that level? We come in to consult, right? Or maybe a client says that, okay, we want to enter or branch into a different aspect of this market, right? How do we get our product heard? How do we make the market know that we're here? We create a strategy. We create business plans. Maybe a client says we want to get funded. We need a business plan for that. So we look at things. We help them with a business plan. We do company valuations as well. We do market research for specific types of industry. So our major industries that we focus on right now are like food,
Okay.
E-commerce, technology, e-commerce. Yes, we also do fashion. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, we do human resource as well as services, right? So we have these major types of like industries that we are focusing on. So if you come from a different industry that is not in our scope, sometimes we may give it to a partner, right? Or we have to gently say we feel like we can deliver more on this than that. You understand? So that is what Platinum does. We are also holding, we are the brain behind the Business Startup Challenge. Currently, if you're in Ghana, you get to hear about it on the radio and stuff
Yes,
with
that's
Access.
right.
Yes, that is one of the things that we've created to help entrepreneurs in Ghana to get their businesses out there. We want to create that kind of like platform where every year entrepreneurs in Ghana look forward to get their businesses known and seen and stuff. So we're doing events, we're doing business start clinics, we are helping entrepreneurs, we're developing them, and then yeah, we love doing what we do at Platinum, and we have our team from different places, so we all work remotely. Um,
Okay.
my head of operations is in Germany, Bubune. We have our head of clients in Ghana. Myself, I'm mostly all over the place, sometimes in Germany, sometimes in France, sometimes here, over there. And we all work together, right? We have a team that is working together from all over the place. And yeah, that's what we do as Platinum.
Wow. So the man himself
Yes.
is an epitome of multitasking. So whatever place he's found himself in, he does that. So that is very beautiful. That is very good. Okay, so I mean today we're looking at redefining yourself and staying motivated.
Yep.
How do you redefine yourself? And after redefining it, how do you stay motivated? Because in our part of the world, I'm sure when you don't get motivated, when the motivation tank is empty, I'm sure the going becomes tough. And
Yeah,
again,
that's
try
right.
to redefine yourself after COVID pandemic. If you say you're going to remain the same and not redefine your scope or redefine the way you approach your business, I'm sure you are going to get swallowed by the pandemic. So,
That's right.
how do we go about it? How do you define yourself and also stay motivated
Motivated.
on your journey?
Thank you very much. When Markezia approached me for us to do this session, I thought that, yeah, I mean, I'm always talking about business, I'm always talking about strategy, all of those things. But then there is the person, there is a person behind every entrepreneur, there's a person behind every business, there's a person behind every person. And I've evolved tremendously. Like anybody who knew me like 3 years ago can tell you that I've just evolved. Like my involvement was so fast and so obvious. And most people have been very intrigued about that. And I get this question a lot, like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And for me, I got to the point where life gave me the opportunity to see a different aspect of what life really means, right? And since then I see things very differently. I was in a meeting with someone 2 nights ago, and the person was asking me like, how do I how do I keep this person, like I'm always like on fire, I'm doing stuff, I'm happy, I'm doing that and all of that. Like she was very like she wanted to just find out like how does this how do I do it? And I'm like, I mean, I saw a different aspect of what life is. I saw life differently. I changed my perspective. And that was because I redefined myself. It was an effort I made to change the way that I saw things, to change the way that I thought about things. You understand? And for me, if we go, before I even talk about the basics, why is it important for you to redefine yourself in the first place? Why is it important? Because the world is evolving. The world keeps changing. Things are changing so fast, whether we like it or not. Things are always going to be changing at this fast pace because all of us are evolving, but not everybody is paying attention to how much they're evolving. And that is why sometimes, if you don't take care, you become you evolve at a certain pace that you are not ready for, or life will bring a certain thing your way, or some things your way, or some opportunities your way that you are not ready for. That's because life itself keeps changing, and we have to change along with life. You understand? So it's important for every person to understand that they get to a point where you have to rebrand, redefine who you are, redefine your purpose. Because maybe, for for example, in the end, we all want to be successful, but then success to you when you were in senior high school is not the same to you right now, right? To
Sure,
a senior high
sure.
student would be to pass their SSC, WASI, or whatever. Success to a uni student would be to graduate with a first class and get a
Yeah.
job. So at every point in your life, the definition of success evolves, it changes. Therefore, you must change your strategy, you must change yourself to get along with that path, how you're going to become what you want to become. Because every dream of yours that you have requires a different level of thinking and a different level of life. And every new level of life determines how far you can go. But also, every new level of life requires a new level of you or a new kind of you. So if you're going to be the same person as you were 3 years ago, receiving the same things that you were receiving 3 years ago, you cannot be that same person right now and expect to receive more
Okay,
3 years down the lane.
okay.
Because the more you are, the more you can become, the more you can receive. You understand? And for me, that is why it's
Yeah.
important for people to understand the essence of redefining who they are. And sometimes it's not like you leave it to life to change you. It's an intentional process. When you go to school, you go
Tension.
there, make an effort to learn. They don't open your head to pour the book in your head. No, you learn, right? We all learned how to do stuff by ourselves. It's the same way. And imagine, like as kids, we came to this world knowing nothing in our heads, knowing nothing in our heads. But then during the course of life, we know some things because we learn. And that is what learning is. Learning means you are taking in something you are not familiar with, so you can become familiar with it. Do you
Okay.
understand? And I'm happy to share how I've been able to do that personally myself, you know, and by way of redefining myself first of all. And then also I'll share my secret tips with people, how like people ask me, how do I stay motivated? How do I keep this fire up and stuff? You understand? So first of all, the first thing that I did, I realized I did when I decided to redefine myself, right? Aside the fact that yeah, when it comes to when I say redefining myself, I meant I redefined my purpose, I redefined my goals, I redefined what. So I'll start by saying I started by redefining the basics for my life,
Okay. Okay.
right? So for example, what does life mean to me? Right? So there is what life is according to what the dictionary says life is. There is what life is according to what people have said life is, right? Or was. But then now, what does life mean to me personally? What does living on earth mean to me? Right? I had to understand these things. And then if, again back to redefining the basics. What does my purpose mean to me? What am I really here for? What is that thing, those things that I do that I can do effortlessly, that connects with my soul, that gets me, that makes me blossom, that makes me shine? Can I pay attention to those things? Do you understand? So I had to redefine that. So for me, it's about personalizing the meaning of the key things that our lives are made up of for myself.
Okay.
What life
Okay.
means to me, it should not necessarily be what life means to you, because your path is different from my path. You are a different person from me. We cannot use the same definition and expect to get to the same destination. You understand? And most often, this is how society has programmed our minds. There is a way you have to behave, way you have to think, things you have to do to get to this place you have to get to. So society has always been there to play a role, like set the standards for us. But we don't have the power over what society creates for us, but we have the power over what we create for ourselves and how we turn
Wow.
out to become in the future. Right.
Wow.
And so I had to just redefine what life meant to me, right? What does living on earth mean to me? What does purpose mean to me? And what does happiness mean to me? Like, what does friendships, what does it mean to me? What does a relationship mean to me? What does love mean to me? I had to have my own principles. I had to understand things from my own point of view as per where I'm heading to. And that helped me shape my entire vision and expectation. So now I can, if I have someone in my life that I need to cut off based on the fact that we are no longer heading to the same places, it's easier for me to do that without getting hurt because I'm realistic with my life that this person is not good for me, right? And I cannot move to the next level of my life with this person, unfortunately, because you will not end with everybody you start with. And for me as well, in terms of redefining the basics, one of the things I did was to sit down to thoroughly understand what I took from the gaps in my life. If I say the gaps in my life, I mean, so something bad happens, but then something good happened. What did I learn from that process?
Okay.
Right? I did a great job. I didn't do a great job. What did I learn from that process?
The lessons, the lessons.
Exactly. I was sad at this point. Then I became happy. What caused that? What did I learn from the process? And that's a big question. Once I'm in Ghana, when I'm having like some consulting sessions, I listen to most of the entrepreneurs talking about, yeah, maybe this happened, that happened. I remember I was in a meeting with one lady last week, and then she was telling me how the sales were going and things happening in the business. And after she spoke, I just asked her this question: so, what did you learn? And you realize that, like, she was like, she took it, she was like, actually, I've not thought about that. I'm like, that's the thing. We barely think about this. So somebody does something to you, he's done that thing to me, he said this to me, I've done that. Things are happening too fast. That. Pause. What are you learning from this entire thing? What are you taking with you? So somebody treats you a certain way. What was the role you played in making that happen? And what did you learn from it? Because we have to take pauses to take the lessons in between what
To
happens
know,
in our
to
lives.
know the
So
way
the first
forward.
step to redefining yourself is redefine the basics. Like I said, what does happiness mean to you, you as a person? What does life mean to you as a person? What does living mean to you as a person? What does relationships mean to you? Friendships, life, love, living. What does it mean to you? So understand that. That's the first one. Now,
Okay,
after
Derrick, hold on. Wow, that is just the first one.
yes,
So,
that's the first
getting
one.
to know the things that you do easily. I mean, when you are even asleep and then you are being
Yes,
called, the things that you easily do them. That is
yes,
one aspect. That is
yes,
getting to know that aspect. And
yes.
now moving on from that one, between the stages of your life, that thing that you've been doing effortlessly,
Yes,
between time, what have been the lessons you've been able to learn from
exactly,
those points? It's also
exactly.
another thing you need to
Yes,
take a lesson of so that it can make
absolutely.
your journey a bit easier. That helps you in redefining yourself.
Yes,
That is our
yourself.
first point.
Yep, yep,
Wow.
yep. And and
Over to
and
you,
and,
Derek.
and for me, it's important for people to understand this aspect of life. Especially, I love that young people are watching this, and I want to be very blunt and honest. If especially to our young Africans who get to watch this, the world is evolving, and I see most of our young people are not evolving; they are just growing. But growth is natural. Maturity is optional, right?
Growth
You can
is
grow.
natural.
Yes, maturity is optional.
It's optional. So when you
Exactly.
are not redefining yourself, means you are growing, but you're not
You're growing
maturing.
natural. Yeah, but you're not maturing because maturity is my definition of maturity is that I didn't know better. I did this, but now I know better. I'll do this.
Okay. Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Because most things, and then if you're mature, then when you look at maturity or life from this point of view, then you are not too hard on yourself when you make mistakes.
Okay.
You are able to forgive yourself because you didn't know better. That's why you made some mistakes. But then now you
Okay.
know better. So you move forward because there's always something good, but it's ahead. It's not behind
Okay.
because we've seen all that we've seen behind us, but we don't know what's
Yeah.
ahead. So then you move forward.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
understand? I'll talk more about that at a certain point about how we stay motivated. You understand?
All right.
So
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
so that is
Okay.
the first thing, redefining the basics. And then now the second thing that I personally have done. So what I'm sharing with us is not any special formula. It's my personal journey that I'm taking
Okay.
this lessons from to share with all of us, right? So the second thing I intentionally did was to now unlearn a lot of things that I knew before. I had to
Okay.
unlearn them. Exactly. There were a lot of
So
things that
so
personally.
how did you how do you do that? How do you unlearn
Yeah.
the things that you
Yes.
knew before?
So that's a good question. As simple as it sounds, it's a good question. Because here's the thing. On learning, like when you're learning something new, like how do you learn? That's the question.
Yeah.
You learn by reading, you learn by listening, you learn by
Yes.
watching, you learn by
Yes.
observing, you learn
Yes.
also by doing. You
Yep.
understand? So I there were some things that I knew in my head, especially about myself. And mind you, what we are tackling here is about you as a person. So then I knew there was some, I was placing limitations on myself. For example, I thought that if I'm going to succeed, one can only succeed really in their home country.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Because
Yes.
it's your zone. You can
So the
take control of
environment.
what's happening. Exactly. It's a family environment, right? I had to unlearn some things like I needed to always talk to someone to talk to God on my behalf.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I had to unlearn some things like it should take me a long while to be able to genuinely forgive someone.
Okay.
I
Okay.
had to unlearn some things like it is wrong for you to want to have a good life here on earth,
Okay.
and that is not possible if you've not been set on that path already. I had to
Okay.
unlearn a lot of these things from my head, like and I had to unlearn one of the biggest things I had to unlearn from my head was that people owed me support because they were connected to me, because I'm building a business, because I'm doing something. My friends need to support me. Wrong,
Okay.
wrong. Nobody
Okay.
owes you. Nobody owes you, Foko. Right? Nobody owes you nothing.
Okay.
You owe yourself everything you need to do to get to where you want to get to, because it's your vision, it's your life. You decide that. So if
It's
you
your personal
decided that
thing.
it's your thing, it's your job. Why should someone do your job for you? So I don't get offended when people don't share my flyers, because I know it's going to be successful anyways, because I know I'm putting in the work to make
Exactly.
the thing happen. Yes,
Uh-huh.
I don't get offended when my friends don't buy my books, because it's
Okay.
still going to sell anyways, because I'm putting in the work to make it happen.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. So
Okay.
I don't. I had to unlearn these things, especially in Ghana. People feel entitled to people's monies they've worked for. People feel entitled to people's successes because they think they are connected to them. People have no
Okay.
idea how much people have worked in the background, and the fact that they have not been there for them throughout the time, and that they owe them nothing, right?
Okay.
So people need to unlearn these things. Yeah, my friends are not posting my flyers. My friends are not supporting me. My friends are not recommending my business, and they are not supporting the cash. Do it anyways. It's your job. You had the vision. You dreamt of it. You decided to start a business. You have to make it happen. It's your job. Nobody owes you anything. You understand? So I had to unlearn all of these things from my head and put and make myself responsible with my God to get
Okay.
me to where I have decided to get to, because I believe that when God gives you the vision, He makes the provision. And trust
Oh
me,
yeah.
I am a living proof. I'm
Okay.
100%, 100%, 110% living proof that one there is a God who is even bigger than what the Bible thinks or says of Him.
Okay.
He's This God is everything and is real. And aside that, it's about making myself responsible for where
Okay.
I want to get to,
Where you
where
want
I
to get
want
to.
exactly. So I had to unlearn all of this. So everybody watching, the first task is list everything that you think you know is not good. Be honest with yourself. Some things are there we know, we keep it in our head, and we know if you analyze it, you know that it's wrong. Like for example, you are fighting with your friends, or you're not talking to someone because they didn't
Yes.
share your flyer. Are you okay? Like, I mean, why should they share your flyer? I mean, it's not if the thing means something to you, you make it happen for yourself. What is the wrong? And the question sometimes you see people have issues with people, and if you ask them if they are honest with themselves, so what is the wrong here? What wrong did the person do to you by not sharing your flyer? What if the person was not even in a good mood at the time? You never know. So what wrong did the person do you? Nothing. So you
Okay.
begin to think about the things that you put in your head that you know is not helping, it's not good. Take it out of your head. The things that you know society has programmed us to become. For example, society makes you believe that you can only go to a certain level, even as a woman. You belong to a certain place as a woman.
Level.
As a young person, take your time. You are rushing. No,
Okay.
if you don't wake up and do something as a young person right now, by the time you realize you'll be 45 and you'll be surprised, right?
Because
I remember
it's a
so when
natural thing.
I remember so when I was 19, I thought I had the whole time. I'm 28 now, right? And it's happened overnight. You understand? And like I'm close to 30. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then 40 is knocking at the corner. And then by the time
It's
I'm
there.
50, and then I'm 60, and then 70, then I like, so it's going to happen. So the society programs us, especially in Ghana, take your time, you're rushing. Take your time, you're rushing. Young people,
Yeah.
take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time to what? So
Okay.
please let's unlearn all of these things because
Okay.
Mark Zuckerberg was not 70 when he started his business. If Mark Zuckerberg was black, I'm sure they possibly have discouraged him. I'm sure he. Sometimes I'm like, I see some things most of the young people here in Ghana are doing. I'm like, if they were white or if they were in America or somewhere, they would have been doing better.
Yeah.
But this place, we suppress people. So let's
Okay.
let's get out of that and unlearn these things. So that's the first thing.
Okay.
Sorry, that's the second thing.
Second one.
Now, the third thing that I'll share is now relearn
Okay.
new things. So now if you empty your thought principles and then your thinking, and then now you have to put in something new.
Okay.
Relearn new things about you. Pay attention to you. What do you enjoy doing? How do you get this done? Right? Learn new ways of doing things. Learn new ways of approaching friendships. Learn new ways of approaching relationships. Learn new ways of meeting people. Learn new ways of building relationships. Trust me, it's very important the quality of people in your life as opposed to the quantity, because you can have 100 people on you, and I know people can relate with me with this. Sometimes in your life, if you can bear with me, this is not a prophecy, but if anybody watching can bear with me, there are times you feel depressed or suppressed. You go through your phone of over 400 contacts, you can't even call anyone. You can't even call anyone.
It's
Yes,
true.
and that's the truth. And
It's
that's the
true.
truth, right? That's the truth. So then the question is, what is the quality of people, and how have you been able to open up yourself for help?
Okay.
Because those are some of the things I learned in life, that it was no, yes, I had a great vision, but it was not going to take me to get me to where I want to get to.
To get to.
There were parties that had to come together to ensure that this vision came alive. I've
Okay.
never done any great thing people have seen me and admire me for alone. I can tell you for a fact, anything that you see me release, there's been a team of people working tirelessly to make sure that we make it happen.
Whoops.
So relearn new things. Yes,
Relearn new
look at
things.
different perspectives to life. And one of the things you have to do when you're learning new things is don't be judgmental. Shut up. Shut your mind up about
Okay.
wanting to point out who is right, who is wrong. We are all not perfect. Look
Okay.
at the value the person is bringing to your table. Look at the value the relationship is bringing to your table. Look at all of those things. And you will not become great by being with great people. Let me make sure people understand that. You will not
Okay.
become a star by being with stars. You're never going to become a celebrity by being with celebrities or hanging around people like that. You become great by doing things great people do and making a great deal out of the little things you can do. And that is how people get to celebrate you. You understand? And so learn new things. Learn new things. Read new books. Like work on your mind. Filter your mind. Quick, put a filter there. What do you take in? People are going to say a lot of things to you, but what do you take in? And protect that space of mental, yeah, your mental capacity. Protect that space. It's very important. And these are things I do myself. So you find me that I'm not just sitting with anybody. I'm not just hanging around with anybody, just for the fun of it or something. I'm very cautious about the energy that I have around me. And I'm very blunt with it. Even in my family, I'm very blunt with it. If you're not good, you're not good. And I always say I categorize people in two major forms. They are good people, they are bad people. I don't like bad people. I like good people. That's my choices. So that's how I see people. You understand? I don't judge anyone for whatever they did, but I see you're either a good person or you're a bad person. Period.
Okay.
Right. So learn new things, look at new approaches to life, and then make sure that you are able to understand what it means for you to get to where you want to get to.
Good.
You understand? So the first thing I talked about was redefining the basics. The second thing was unlearn the old things that is holding you back. And then the third thing, relearn new things that's
Relearn.
supposed to propel you.
Fine.
Now, the fourth thing I will
Unlearn.
share,
Relearn. Yeah.
exactly. So the fourth thing I'll share is repackage yourself.
Okay.
Repackage yourself. If you're going to redefine yourself, repackage yourself. I take this quote from my pastor, Dr. Joshua Fori, and he said something some years ago, which stuck in my head. You cannot feature in a future you can't picture.
Oops.
You understand?
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay, let's
Yep.
go again.
Yes. You cannot feature in a future you cannot picture. And
Cannot
this is
future.
yeah,
Man.
yeah. This is the problem with most of you see a young person come to you and they say, or not even just young people. People generally will come to you, oh, I want to become I'm running this business and stuff. I want to be serious about it. And then you look at the person and you're like, you don't look like where you want to get to.
Okay.
You don't travel to Germany in winter wearing summer clothes.
Okay.
You
Okay.
don't travel to Ghana wearing winter jackets, and you don't roam in the street of Accra wearing winter jackets. That's how
Okay.
important repackaging yourself is. If you
Okay.
don't even look like where you want to head to, it will be difficult to attract the kind of opportunities and people that will push you to that path.
Oh,
And I
okay.
find that mostly with even the young men, they think that look paying attention to your appearance, they think it's feminine, but
Uh-huh.
it's wrong.
Yeah.
These are some of the things that you have to unlearn. Taking care of yourself. What if you travel out there, showing up and looking good is a big sign of respect. That's how it's translated. So if
Okay.
I'm coming to meet you if I'm coming to see you for a meeting, and then I come looking tattered, I come looking unkept, it means I don't respect you. But if I come looking my best, it means that I respect the person I'm coming to meet. So repackage yourself. For a moment, sit down and think about the kind of woman you want to become, the young ladies, the young men, the kind of men you want to become. If you have an idol, an icon, it's easier. Look at how they live their lives. Look at how they project themselves. Learn. Sometimes I look at some of the people that I follow on Instagram, for example, and I admire them, and like they are a reflection of where I want to get to. Like someone like this writer, Chimamanda, right? I love the way she
Yeah.
carries herself. I love the way she speaks, and I try to learn something from that,
From
right? I mean, yes, and that's how we can make our lives better as well by learning from these people and stuff. You understand? So for me, it's about repackaging yourself. Repackaging yourself also includes what you know, because when you're loaded, that's when you're needed. So work on your skills. You understand?
Derrick, when you are loaded, that is when
Yes,
you are aided.
you're needed. You are
You are
needed.
needed. You are needed. When you are
Yes,
loaded, that's when you are
loaded.
needed because you carry a
Exactly.
lot.
Exactly. And sometimes you find most of these young guys hovering around these rich men, and they are giving them 100 CDs today, 100 CDs tomorrow, once in a 150 CDs. That's because, and they may end up with these people for a long time and still not become rich because they've not put any value to the table. You
Okay.
understand? Rich people want to always keep on making more money. So if you have something more to give, they'll give you more.
Okay.
And that's how it is. You find some people moving around celebrities for long. They've not even identified a problem around something that celebrities will need and provide a solution so they can become like consultants to them.
Okay.
We have to use wisdom in our
Okay.
living.
Okay.
Wisdom is lacking in our generation. People are
Okay.
doing things anyhow because they're not thinking. They're not
Okay.
using wisdom. They're not wising up. People don't know how to even manage relationships because they think life is all about them, because they think they
Okay.
can make it happen on their own, because they think there's a God to help them. Have you seen God before?
Yeah.
You've not seen God before. If
Yeah.
God is going to help you, it's through a person. So if you don't
It's
learn
person.
how to manage relationships, you cannot
Ah.
get help. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
And this is a
Yeah.
big problem with our generation. So we have to repackage ourselves, fix yourself, change your hairstyle, change the way you look into your wardrobe, work on yourself. You understand? I'm not saying that I'm not talking about going to the gym necessarily to gym and stuff. If that's what you want to do to feel confident, do it. But then the most
Okay.
important is work on your mindset, repackage what is coming out of your mouth. Learn how to speak
Okay.
well, right?
Okay.
Learn how to speak well. Learn to know what to say out there and what not to say. Learn to keep quiet when you have to keep quiet. Learn to speak when you have to speak. And that is all with wisdom. I'm not saying I'm the wisest person on earth, but I'm continually learning to apply the natural wisdom that God has given everybody in my daily life. And it's
Yeah.
something that has helped me get my life to this point a lot. So
Okay.
repackage yourself. So please look at yourself and work on yourself. Ask yourself the dream you have, where you want to get to right now as you stand there, look in the mirror. Do you look like it?
Yeah.
If you don't look like it, then please begin to look like it, because that's how you get to where you want to get to. I remember so well that um years ago I would I would joke with, among my friends and be like, yeah, I'm traveling to Dubai, I'm going to France, I'm going to Germany. I was saying it for a joke, but it happened. And then I put my, even those times when I was not who I am today, I took myself quite seriously when it comes to how I, my appearance. Anybody who knows me can attest to that fact, right? And it's not about impressing anybody, it's about being comfortable
Okay.
with
Okay.
myself and the journey that I'm on, right?
Okay.
I was, before I always say, before I even went to Germany, I was already looking at how to dress during winter. I was looking
Oh,
at it on the internet, what to buy, what not to buy. You understand?
okay.
I prepared
Okay.
myself for the move. I prepared myself for the place that I was going to. I prepared myself to go there and make the best out of the opportunity. I didn't go
Okay.
there. I didn't go there to joke. You understand?
Okay.
I didn't go there to
Yeah.
joke. I didn't go there to do any other thing but to achieve the goals that I went there for. And that's what I'm
Yourself.
doing. You understand? So
Right.
repackage yourself. That's the fourth one. The
Okay.
fifth one I'll talk about, which will be getting us to the end of the tips that I'll be sharing on this one, is reposition yourself.
Okay.
Reposition yourself. So now you've redefined the basics. You've
Yeah.
unlearned. You've
Yeah.
learned new things. You've repackaged.
Package
Now
yourself.
reposition.
Reposition yourself.
Yes. Reposition yourself. Where do you find yourself? Is it a good place for you to become all that you want to become?
Okay.
Is the circle of friends you have, is it helping? When you are in trouble, when you are worried, are your circle of friends the kind of people that you go to and they provide solutions for you? Or they tell you, my guy, grab this cigar, let's smoke our worries away, or let's drink our worries away.
Okay.
What kind of friends do you have?
What kind of
What
friends
kind
do
of
you
people do you talk to? Where do you find yourself? If you need help, are you able to pick the phone and call one person and they tell you something sensible? When you are building a new business, do you have friends who share your stuff without you asking them to?
Yeah.
It's not like you are entitled to them, but then it's kind for a
Yeah.
friend to want to see the other friend succeed.
Exactly.
It's not just wanting to see the other person succeed, but you put in the effort you can to help your friend to make that happen.
Yeah.
Who are the people in your circle? Are they people that when you need them and you call them, they don't pick up, they don't call you back after days and don't care? Or there are people
Yeah.
that you know that when you're in trouble, when you call on them, they will be there
Will take
because
you.
they love you.
Okay.
So reposition yourself. And there's this word in one of Amache Dede's songs. I'm a serious Amache Dede fan. And
Serious.
serious, exactly. And there's this line in his song, or say, a crow swan,
Mm-hmm.
yentina fa kumdini bugwasiye. And
Okay.
for those who don't understand, it means that since there are lots of countries in the world, you don't stay at one place and be uncomfortable or receive disgrace
Disgrace.
while there are lots of
Okay.
countries around the world you can actually go to. And that's the truth. I really take that word seriously because I'm like, I told myself if I had gone to Germany and it didn't work for me, I would go to another place.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll move till I find where I want. You understand? And that's the thing. So where you are, if it's not good for you, please put in the effort and move. Sometimes like the reason why people are not seeing results in their life is, see, complaining about the situation doesn't mean you've got solutions. It feels good to complain. If you the human, our natural human self, it feels good to complain about things because then you feel like you've, but then the question is, and what did you do?
What did you do?
Nothing. It doesn't change anything. So what do you have to do to change the situation? Identify that and do it. So reposition yourself. You cannot be among people who don't care about you and you know it and expect to get to the next level of your life. You need
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
At this, for me personally, at this point of my life, I have been able to be around people that really matter to me, people that love me. I know people that care about me, people who do things for me and without me even asking them to, people who push me to opportunities and stuff, people who I know we don't have to talk every day, but then when we do talk, it's refreshing, it's amazing, right? Because we are all growing, we are all like adults right now, we are facing serious life. People who are there to lend you support, someone who can tell you and tell you, hey Derrick, slow down, slow down. just take it easy. Things will be fine. Talk to this person, take this contact, reach out to this person. I've talked to them about you. That is how you make your life. That's how you want your life to become. And I wish every young person decides to do this. I wish every young person is able to get into that point where they are able to get out of this kind of zone, like of settling for less, even with people. No, if you are really a good person and you think you are on that path, you deserve better and give yourself better, right? And above all, to round up the tips that I will share, above it all, redefining yourself. Think of what God possibly thought about you when you were made.
The purpose.
He said he made you perfectly. Like, you are wonderfully made. And everything that you can become, it's already in you. You just have to bring it out. Yes, we
Okay.
have everything. Once you can sleep and dream of something, once you can envision something, once you can think of something, you can make it happen. Right. So go back to how this creator made us. Right. Go back
Yeah.
to what this creator has even made. Look at the sea. Isn't it an amazing thing? If you go to some countries that I go to, like I'm at one of my trips, I went to Malta for my birthday, and it was amazing. I went to the Blue Lagoon, and it was amazing. Like, look at what this creator has made,
It's done.
and he made us. You are amazing. You deserve the best, and I want everybody watching this to understand that you deserve the best. Don't
Yeah.
settle for less
Yeah.
because you deserve the best,
Right.
and give yourself the chance to be able to redefine yourself and progress and change who you are, change your perceptions, perspectives, like change these things and set yourself, like be able to create the kind of life you want to create. You have the ability to, because the creator made us as creators. So I can craft and redesign my life. That's the power we have as human beings. Anything you want to become, you can design it, you can mold it, and make it happen. And that's what I want every single person to take from this. God bless us.
My oh my. Are we now starting or you are ending?
We are now beginning.
We are now beginning. No, no. No, we have now finished on learning. We are now
Or-
about to learn.
we want to-
Whoa, 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 whoa. Derrick. This is intriguing. And it's a fresh breath.
Mm, mm,
It's fresh breath that you've given out
happy to know
during
that.
this session. Because I'm still looking at the points you gave.
Mm,
Redefining yourself,
mhm,
unlearning the things you think you know,
mm,
relearning things,
yeah.
repackaging yourself,
Mhm,
and then reposition yourself.
so,
Now, looking at all this, and the major question I had after listening to you, I don't think it's a question anymore. Yes, because you see, sometimes we kind of feel we owe some people, or some people owe us some entitlement, just as you said.
Exactly.
So I'm starting something, and this is my circle of friends, and I think they have to be my initial marketers, or it's like there is some kind of thing that I'm feeling they
Yeah.
have to do, but they are not doing. So in
Yeah.
that case, I get a bit more demotivated. So in that case, it's either you sway from your major cause or you neglect them.
Exactly.
So letting us know this thing, like on learning it to see that, hey, they don't owe you any entitlement.
Oh,
It's
not at all.
your vision.
Yep.
When the time is up, they will automatically become your
Exactly.
marketers. And I'm sure
Exactly.
it's happening to you now. If you can
Of
share
course.
that with us.
Of course. I personally, I'm at a point where anybody who knows me can tell you, I don't know whether it's laziness or, but I don't even share my flyers with, like, I don't do broadcast on my WhatsApp. I post on
Okay.
my status. People share it. I post my stuff on Facebook, on Instagram. I don't tag people unless you are in the picture or you are connected to the purpose of the post.
Of the
But
post.
people share it when they find it relevant. My friends
Okay.
share it when they like it. Yeah, because the fact that they're my friends mean they should like everything I post. Because everything I post is not for everybody.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
and the same as what I sell, my company services. Like even my company right now, like I told you, we are not for everybody.
Yes, you have
You
a
understand?
targeted.
We choose our clients too. You understand? So it's like that. And for me at this point, like yeah, some of my friends really do support. Trust me, people in my circle really do support me, and I cannot sit here today to be ungrateful about that. I have
Yeah.
people in my circle that love me, and I
Okay.
love them, and they
Okay.
prove me that they love me, and I'm very much okay with it. You
So
understand?
that's because the circle of that, because you were able to unlearn certain things, and now when you
Yes.
learn the new things, you got the right crop of people that
Yes.
now
Yes.
you are with, because you have
Yes.
repositioned
It's
yourself.
magical. It's
It's
magical. It's magical. It's like a cause and effect something like, and like there's some people who have dropped out of my life and I don't even feel it. I don't even
okay.
realize it
Okay.
because
Okay.
yeah, it's like a journey. Life is a journey. We may take the bus from we may take the bus from Kaswa. We are coming to maybe 37. Some will drop off at Odoko. Some
Okay.
will drop off at Kaneshi.
Okay.
Some will stay on till we get to 37. Don't take
Okay.
things personal. People will drop out of your life, just as you also drop out of people's lives,
Yes,
because we
like,
are all
yeah.
finding our tribe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
simple as that.
Okay. So you
Simple as that.
don't get discouraged. Don't
No,
get,
no, not
maybe
at
they will
all.
drop off at Carnation, and then they will, you go and meet them later on in life at 10.
Exactly, because they have to also find themselves. People are, we have to, and sometimes let's not be selfish. Let us also look at the other side of the picture. Maybe you are a lesson to someone so they can be a better person. It's
Okay.
not all the time that you should expect people to stay when they come.
Okay.
And that's one of the things I had to also learn. I thought that once you walk into my life, you cannot just walk out. You have to stay. No. Maybe I have a part to play in your life. When I'm done with playing that part, I'll move forward. Maybe you have a part to play in my life. When I'm done with that part, when you're done with your part, you will move on. It's nothing personal. So you
Okay.
have to learn to just take it one day at a time, and don't
Okay.
take things too personal. You are, I
Okay.
mean, you are a puzzle, like you are a piece in other people's puzzles, just as other people are also a piece in your puzzles, right? So for
Okay.
me, when the time is right and you're able to evolve and redefine yourself, like you said, I began to attract a new tribe. I began to, and it's not about, trust me, if someone will be loyal to you, it's not that they've known you for 15 years. You can meet
Okay.
someone in
Okay.
1 week, and the impact they will cause in your life, it will be massive. And it is genuine. It's not like they are just giving you a one day wonder, one day show. No, they are like, I mean, the connections are there, and there are over 7.8 billion people in this world. You can meet a lot of them and build great connections with. They are there. You
Exactly.
understand?
Exactly.
So and
Exactly.
for me, the more I meet people, the more I'm able to like I have a way of scrutinizing and filtering how people have to treat me. If you have to
Okay.
treat me with respect, because I treat you with respect. So if you cannot treat
Okay.
me with respect, it's easy for me to let you go, because there are more people out there I can meet who would give me that respect that I need, and that respect that I also give, they will be appreciative of it.
Okay.
Because it is like shopping clothes in a shop. Sometimes you can find nice dresses, nice shirts, but when you try them on, it doesn't fit. You drop it. You don't buy it. You buy the ones that fit. That's
That
how
fits.
people in life is. You meet different kind of people. You try some on, doesn't fit, you drop it, you move on. Maybe sometime you may grow. When you grow, the old ones that couldn't fit could fit, and then you move. It's like that, you know. So it's as simple as that.
It's just like buying things from the shop. You
Exactly.
dress or you put on some things, it doesn't fit. You are
You
not
drop it.
obliged to
Obliged to pick
put
it.
it on
Yeah. You pick it at your
whatever
own
the
risk.
situation is. It's
Mhm.
because it's you buying with your money, and you need to get the
Yep.
one that fit. So on the
Yep.
journey
Exactly.
that you are on, the people come on board. You take the ones that fit. The ones that do not
Simple.
fit, you don't owe them anything. You don't owe
Yes,
them anything.
exactly. And one thing I forgot to mention as well, just to also add up to staying motivated, right? And that is one thing that I get more people asking me a lot. Like, how do you do it? Right? How do you do it? And I see one of my friends watching now, Kingsley Henaku, and I remember some years ago. I remember I called Kingsley one morning. I told him I was tired. And Kingsley is one of my very good brothers, my close friends. We don't talk all the time, but we love each other. And
Yo, Kingsley,
he's a
Kingsley,
great guy.
Kingsley. This is directly from the
Yes,
African Citizen Speakers Network. We want to say bravo, thank you for keeping
yes.
our brother. Thank you for keeping
Yes,
our
yes,
brother.
yes, yes, yes. Trust me, there are people that, and I will take the chance to actually thank some people: Kingsley, Ken, Nadia, Selena, Kingsford, Kwame, Derrick, Moke. Back in Germany, I have Jacob, I have Watima, I have Amma, I have Esther, I have oh, the names are there, right? But then these are people who have helped me up. I won't
Okay,
lie to you. I am not
okay,
this amazing Derek that people think I am all by myself. There are
okay,
people who have been there for me and who are still there
okay,
for me. I remember those
okay,
times I'll call kids and tell them, like, kids, I'm tired, I can't do this anymore. It's like, bro, you have to keep going. God is with you. We are praying for you. Kids, prays for me.
okay.
Right? I have friends who pray for me. I have friends who go on their knees for me. That's
Sure.
powerful. Right. And
I
then
see.
that for me is that's the greatest form of love. Right. So
Okay,
that's one of the ways I stay motivated. These
okay,
people keep me motivated. There are people behind me who tap me like, Derek, you're doing great. Derek, you're doing amazing. Keep going.
okay,
Right. I'm also motivated by the results that I get. Okay,
okay.
so I put in efforts to get results. Okay,
Results.
so when I see the results and the progress, I'm motivated. One of the beautiful things I learned some time back was how to stay motivated in the times when you don't meet your expectations. But
Okay,
yeah, it's a serious thing because sometimes it's like you are putting in effort, you want to get this, but then you got this, or you got nothing at all.
you're not.
But
Yeah.
then the question here is that what did you learn? If you ask yourself this question, you realize that you learned a lot actually in the process
Okay,
of doing something that brought you nothing.
okay,
And it's
okay.
a motivation factor that next time when you push to do another thing, the same thing, you know better.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Straightforward.
I stay motivated. Exactly, I stay motivated by the results, by how I'm able to learn something new. I'm also motivated. I'm highly motivated. Also, I'm someone that talks to myself a lot, so I can
Okay,
talk to myself like Derek, 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 Derek. I call my name a lot of times to bring my attention to myself, and I tap myself in the process, and I tell myself that take it easy, take a break, take a step back, relax, do it again. You can do it. You can make this happen. You've done it before. You can do it again. God is with you. You can do it again. I talk to myself a lot. And I look at myself in the mirror and I tell myself that, it's sometimes we look at things, some little things like you can look at yourself in the mirror, right? And tell
yeah,
yourself that, Derek, I'm disappointed in you. So why can't you look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that, Derek, you can do this?
you can do that.
Because they're all the power of the tongue. Do you understand? The power of the tongue. And then I'm able to, like, I talk to myself a lot. I tell myself, like, look, go out there, make this happen. You can do it. Take every doubt out of your head. Go out there and make this happen. So I motivate myself indoors before I step out there. And I walk out there highly spirited because I'm living my best life. And I don't care. I'm not sorry about it. I will never be sorry about doing what's
Exactly.
right for me, what feels right. And this is
True.
my life, this is my story, this is my journey. I'm writing it
I
my
see.
way. Yeah, and I'm not apologetic about it at all. I don't. There are mistakes I've done in the past. If you are going to use them to judge me or destroy me, that's your job. Keep doing that job.
Okay,
I hope it pays you.
okay,
But then me,
okay,
I've moved forward. I'm doing better, and I'm doing
okay.
great things, and I'm happy about it. That's what I tell myself. Period.
We would have been sorry if you had not taken this step.
Yes,
Trust me.
yes,
That
yes.
is the
Trust.
only time we were going to be sorry.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
the yes, so the mistakes to us or to you has been lessons. And then I
Yes,
love that point that you just made, that you have an expectation when you are embarking on a journey. You have an
yes,
expectation. But when you don't meet that expectation, you look within and see what you have learned on that journey.
yes, and appreciate it.
Appreciate it. That's a motivating factor.
Yes,
That
yeah. Because
that,
sometimes
that
we win, sometimes we learn.
yeah, yeah, you learn from it. And
And what I pictured with for that was, it's usually written as sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But then
Okay.
I cancel the lose and I write learn there because you only
Okay.
lose if you didn't learn anything. That's when you've
That's it.
lost.
That's
Yeah.
it.
But if you learn something,
It's an
that's
asset.
learning.
It's an
It's an
asset.
asset.
It's
Yeah,
an
it's a
asset.
big one. You can write a book out of it and sell it and make money.
Yeah, that one got to me
Exactly.
there. That one got. Yeah, but that's the truth. I mean, certain mistakes have been, documented as a book, and people are learning
Exactly.
from it.
You know, that's it.
So, so on the journey of life, nothing
Mhm.
is useless or nothing is of no
Nothing.
value.
Nothing.
It's either you
Nothing at
winning
all.
or you are learning.
Not learning. Yeah.
You winning or you are
Simple.
learning, and you
So
picking
don't
up
be hard on
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
Aish.
Don't be hard on yourself if you lose, if you don't get what the results you're looking for. And don't be hard on people when they are not able to get the results you expect them to get
You
as well.
expect.
We are all human. It happens to
Okay.
everybody.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's just take it easy on each other and do
Okay.
things with love and kindness. That's all.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Simple
Learn
as
to
that.
love each other, appreciate each other,
Yes.
and do things that you
Very much.
love. Derek is
Yep.
not apologetic about whatever he has
Not
become
not at
now
all.
because he has
Not,
learned
not at all.
over the years.
Yep.
And I'm sure people might see you now and think you just surface on the earth.
I know they don't know the story. They don't know the story, but the people know the story. Sometimes I'm like, I really wish people who know me tell my story because there's
Okay.
some people who have been at the exact crucial points in my life.
Okay.
They know the
Okay.
points.
They know the story.
Sometimes my story when I'm saying it, it sounds so like fabricated. Myself, I'm like, this one there sounds like a story like someone's written, but then there are real people who have
They
been
are
there
real.
who
They are
know
real. They are
what.
real. They are real.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And I'm really grateful to God. I'm really grateful to God for everything,
For everything.
everything.
But that's why the great book says, it says what? It is he who causes us both to will and to do.
Exactly,
So when he
exactly.
causes you to will and you don't do it, then you miss
Yes,
it. But once you're able to
exactly.
discover it and you move on, he makes
Yeah,
provision on the way for
He
you. You're
does.
going to learn
He
along the
does.
way. You are going to
100%.
fall. You're going to pick up yourself. Going to, undust yourself. Focus on the
He does.
journey. People come on board. People leave. But you have that vision, and it
Yes.
needs to be accomplished. And today we
Exactly.
have here Derrick telling a story, because if he had given up, I'm not sure we're going to have Derrick sitting here giving out the
Not at
story
all.
and telling us the lessons he has learned from it. So,
Mhm.
viewers, wherever you are viewing us from, this is a great lesson that we have learned from Derrick on this episode. So, you can keep your questions coming, and then we can push it to Derrick either now or later on, because it is still going to be on at any given time, and he can respond to your question because we have redefined ourselves.
Yes.
We have
That's it.
redefined ourselves. So it doesn't matter when the question comes in, he's going to
Mm,
see it, we're going to see it, and we are going to
certainly.
answer appropriately.
Certainly.
So
Certainly.
what's next for Platinum? Are there any projects you're working on currently? Is there anything you are thinking of doing?
Yes. So currently, I'm in Ghana for the Business Startup Challenge. It's a project
Okay.
that I created. Initially, it was called the 5K Challenge, which was rolled
Okay.
out last year. So we were able to provide 5,000 cities to three lucky entrepreneurs to push into
Okay.
their startup ideas. And I can tell you for a fact, by the grace of God, that these three lucky winners are doing amazing right now. One of them is produces hair products. She's got
Okay.
FDA to approve all her products. Recently, she
Okay.
was nominated for Manufacturer of the Year award. She's called Rutella Enterprise. You can check her out. And
Wow.
then another winner to Charles Katere is doing amazing. He
Wow.
produces bags out of plastic waste, and now is
Okay.
exporting to different parts of Europe and like meeting huge orders and stuff. Kukwa Smith as well. Fruition Crashed Company Limited. She
Okay.
produces fruit chips and stuff.
Okay.
She's doing amazing for herself, and these were results of that little idea I had. And
Wow.
this was a project that I actually started pitching about 4 years ago, and I was told it was not possible. So I made it happen myself last year, and then I got Access Bank to come on board. And then this
Okay.
year they are sponsoring everything, they are powering the project. So now we've changed it. It's called the Business Startup Challenge.
Okay.
So this year we've increased the prices. So there's over 30,000 cities up for grabs for as cash investment for
Okay.
3 lucky entrepreneurs. One will win 15,000, second person wins 10,000, third person wins 5,000, plus 20,000 cities worth of insurance from Access Bank for each of them, plus 30,000
Okay.
worth of consulting, right, packages for each of them, plus free
Whoops.
website for each of them,
Whoops.
plus
Whoops.
like a lot of stuff for them. And the most important thing is that it's going to run like the lion's den or the
Okay.
entrepreneur elevator pitch kind of model. So it's going to be filmed for people to follow the process. So this
Okay.
is us, ours for Ghana, and the dream is to build this as a platform where every year a lot of entrepreneurs will look forward to becoming a part of,
Part
because
of
they're going
it.
to go to boot camps, they're going to go to master
Okay.
classes, they're going to
Okay.
learn a lot of things, all for free, right? All for free.
Oh, let that
So
come again.
yes, all for free. All for free. They don't pay any application fees. Maybe from next year, we're going to start introducing application fees, because the applications were a lot. This year, we got over 2,000 applications of people
Wow.
who want to.
Wow.
Yes, we have over 2,000 applications.
That's
And
huge
only
job.
30 people are going to be able to make it into the bootcamp. So there's going to be
Okay.
auditions starting pretty soon. And then yeah, so that's the major thing I'm working on right now while I'm in Ghana to make this happen. It's powered by Access Bank. And I want to say a very big thank you to Access Bank as well for coming on
Okay.
board. It's a beautiful collaboration between such a big brand and a small company like Platinum, and the magic we can create together. And that's what we want to let people know, that no matter how big or small, impact is impact. And we can make great things happen when we collaborate and do things together in this country. That's how we make the change that we've been talking about happen. So I want to commend Access Bank to never looking down on us, and then
Okay.
making believing in us that we can make this happen and
It's
making it
happening.
happen. Yes. So
Right.
that's the main thing I'm working with right now.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is lovely. This is lovely. This
Yes.
is lovely because
Yes.
it's more or
Thank
less
God.
like you're giving back. You're giving back to
Yes.
society, and
Yes. A lot.
you kind of trying to help them not to make the mistakes you made whilst
Exactly.
you were
So
moving on.
I'm a coach. I'm a coach in there. So
Okay.
last year I coached the people that I selected as well, and like so we
Okay.
have 3 jury members, and each of them have a number of spots available to coach people through the challenge.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay.
you get to
Okay.
have close mentoring from these amazing people, and like
Beautiful.
that's what we're doing.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is marvelous. And then, I mean, we want to also thank your sponsors for making it possible. Access Bank, we
Yes.
say thank
Yes.
you all the way from
Yes.
our African season. I mean,
Yes.
Speakers Network, we say thank you for
Yes.
making our brothers' dreams come to pass and
Yes. Yes.
let it come to fruition. We are so
Yes.
grateful. We are so
You know what
thankful.
the interesting thing about it too. Now
Yeah,
it's not just become my dream; it's become their dream as well.
their dream as
Because
well. They
they
bought
are,
into the vision.
it's exactly they bought into the vision, and we are making this impact happen together. So that's the beauty of the marriage we have with
All
Access
right.
Bank on this
All
project.
right. All
And
right.
everybody who is on the project as well, from the project coordinators, Duke, Ayele, to the team, the videographers, the photographers, everybody, the set designer, Leo Impressions, everyone, they are all into this. And we are in this, and we are all young people, and we are
That's it.
showing them that when we have the
That's
chance,
it.
we can
We
make
can
things
make it.
happen, no matter
It's
what it is.
possible.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
possible.
it's possible.
You can make it
Yes,
happen. Wow.
yes,
When the chance is given to the young people and then we
yes.
prepare ourselves and we
Mhm.
get that platform, we can make
Yes,
it.
we can
So,
make it.
on behalf of the African Season Speakers Network, this evening, we want to say a very big thank you to Derrick.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewing us all across the world, you will be sitting here next time to tell your story. You are next to share your story because from all that you've received from Derrick, it is enough not to make the mistakes that others do. So we want to say thank you very much, Derrick,
You're
for
welcome.
availing yourself and giving us this time. People, it's not an easy thing getting this man.
I know.
And then getting him to spend this quality time with us to share these nuggets with us. We say we are so thankful to
Thank you.
you for making it possible. We are so privileged to host you. And we will
Thank
be
you.
ready to host you over and over and over again as long as we have the time and as
Yeah,
long as our maker gives us life. Thank
exactly.
you very much. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
Derrick. And then we wish you all the best in the other endeavors that you are undertaking.
Thank
So,
you.
viewers, thank you so much. It has been a wonderful time. It has been a wonderful season. And today it's so wonderful having with us Mr. Derrick, sharing with us the nuggets about redefining or defining yourself and staying motivated, not giving up and moving on. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of us. And we keep on saying, if you are interested in sponsoring this program, our lines are open for you to sponsor so that we can be able to reach out a larger number of people to also learn from these beautiful nuggets that are being shared with people that are experienced in their field and they are walking the talk. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ambassador Benjamin Osuansa. See you next time on our next episode, which is also going to be wonderful and it's going to be mind-blowing. Stay tuned. Watch us next time on the same channel. God bless us all.